we all know that you're hilarious, and I really you didn't let us down this time. It was funny. It was a tall tale. Before the meeting, you and I spoke, and you talked about a variety of things, and so you made my job pretty easy to tell you exactly what you want to hear. And I think it's a good example for all of us. You talked about whether or not the audience was engaged, and I thought you did that just professionally. In the beginning, you absolutely had us engaged. You started with a very vivid story, and it was the right tone and the right temperature and the right engagement, and everybody was looking at you. You had us all. We were there at hello, so that was good. I think throughout it, you also did some things that made us laugh, which also kept us engaged because we couldn't wait to hear what was coming next. Grasshopper. Grasshopper is something that I don't know if people who are a lot younger than I remember that vernacular, but you got everybody over 40 in here because we remember the show. And I can't tell you the name of it, but Grasshopper is the name of it. Is the word that we remember. How can I support you to make something that's very good a lot better? I don't know about a lot, but it was really good. The one thing that I would tell you is that you should stay in the character more. When you're talking about the Zen master, use your articulation, your voice, the way that you did his voice should carry through more, because sometimes you slip out of that and you become John Rock in the middle of, the master. And I think maybe that would be helpful. Your body language, really? You wanted to know about your body language? I think some of us, first of all, wish we could get on the ground like you did and then get back up. That would be a bonus. But I also thought that in that moment, when he's got this fish, this is a tall tale. Why isn't this a magic fish? Or why isn't this a whale? Or why didn't he catch something that was so big that finally the grasshopper got to snatch the rod from his hand? So I think that's a point where you could exaggerate more. The character shifting narrative, where you go back between this grasshopper and the master. You did this very effectively. We knew who you were talking and who you were doing, but again, I would stay in the character more. And then the last thing you asked me was whether or not you set the hook to nail the ending. As your award-winning Value Master, I have to tell you I was looking down and writing when you did it. I completely missed it, and I really apologize for that. But I did notice that you did, the bows, and I thought that was really good. I had some question when you first started about whether or not this Buddhist was really going to eat another animal, because I know that the Buddhists are, by nature, supposed to avoid hurting other life forms. And so I thought, wow, where's he going with that? And I thought at the end of all of that, the fishing and all of it really put me into a situation where I could understand how even somebody who was a monk and a Buddhist and wouldn't hurt anybody else would be able to do exactly what you had him to do, even though it was exaggerated and crazy. Thanks, John.